Well, it's Saturday the 26th of October. I'm back on the River Erne, but this time, for the first time in my life, I'm salmon fishing. I've never ever fished for salmon before. I don't have any salmon fly fishing gear, but I do have plenty of spinning gear, so I've got myself a few tobies and fly seas, and I thought I'll give that a go, see how we get on. I've bumped into a couple of guys already. They're complaining about the leaks in the water being a problem, which I can absolutely see being an issue. But hey, there's only one thing to do, and that's to give it a go. This is literally the first time I've been fishing on a river in, well over a month. So even if I don't catch, I'm happy to be out here. In saying that, I would prefer to catch because it's 35 quid a day for the ticket, but we'll give it a go. So right, let's see how we get on. Trying to figure out what's right in terms of distance. I could chuck the lure. So as I've said, this is pretty much new to me. I've never targeted salmon before, ever. Oh, great. That'll do. Not the best thing to do. The second cast is getting the lure into the tree on the other bank. Oh, into a leaf already. So I guess it's just, see how I get on. As I said, never done it before, but I've not been fishing for ages. I've been a couple of times to the local trout fishery, but that's it. This is the first time I've been on a river for quite some time. So obviously, if people want to give suggestions and recommendations on what I'm doing right and wrong, please do, because I don't have a clue. In terms of the gear that I'm using a Abu Garcia Diplomat rod. It's a 8-foot, 10 to 25 gram rod. That's paired with a Cardinal SX reel and 3000 size. I've got that fitted with like 20-pound braid, plus I've got 13-pound fluorocarbon, which is probably overkill, but again, I don't know what's right and what's wrong at the moment. So yeah, that's basically set up at the moment. I'm using a 20 gram zebra Toby, because everything I read suggests that's like the best option. Whether it is or not, I don't know. I'll just go by what I've read. Although a lot of them say 28 gram rather than 20 gram, but hey. And I'm just, casting as I go. I think I might be in a leaf, or maybe that's the current, I don't know. That was just the current. So yeah, since I moved house, I've been struggling to find the spot. Obviously, it didn't help that I moved in the middle of September, just before the trout season finished. But yeah, that moved in the middle of September to Broughty Ferry, near Dundee. Every time I go to a taco shop, and every single person I speak to in the taco shop's like, "Oh, you want to fish rivers? You're better off fishing still waters, unless you want to fish for salmon," which is not really what I'm wanting to do. Says the guy fishing for salmon today. Thought I'd get a leaf. It's interesting because I've fished this river a few times. You'll have seen potentially last year I was fishing for grayling just about 3 weeks later than now, and there was salmon jumping absolutely everywhere. I've not seen sign of a single salmon in them. Wondering whether it's just the case that they've all moved up the river a bit earlier this season because they've had more water. So the new lure is a red, it's an Abu Garcia salmon seeker apparently. Oh, it definitely moves in the water differently. So it's a lot higher in the water, I think. Toby might actually be the better option. We'll see. Maybe I have to give it a second to give it a little bit of depth. Right, new leader, new lure. I'm using a silver Toby this time. Just see how we get on. Yeah, I think leash is going to be a fun little problem for the day. But accept that, it's autumn, it's what happens. I can imagine it'd be much worse on fly fishing than spinning actually. All the leaves getting caught through your actual fly line. Right, did just see another fish move, so I'm going to aim for that. I'm now on the black flying sea, so we'll see how that goes. Got a leaf on it. It's not quite what I was after. This is solid, yeah, reasonably good. Come on. I've moved upstream a bit, switched back to a Toby. This time it's an 18 gram, but it's still the zebra Toby. I just don't think the flying seas were getting any sort of depth to them, unfortunately. So yeah, back to the Tobys, because they can keep beneath a lot of the, oh, there was a salmon just jumped just up from where I'm fishing as well. I might just move myself up a tiny bit. I've bumped into a couple of guys while I've been fishing, and they've had nothing. They haven't even seen any fish moving. I appear to be the only person who's seen any fish moving. And that's the third fish I've seen jump. And that one seemed like a decent sized fish, I have to say. The other one's not as much. So I'll try and get into its area. Oh, not an easy cast because the trees one side. Yep, got me some leaves. It's annoying. But yeah, this overhanging tree is a bit problematic. I've already lost a lure in a tree today, which I won't be showing on the video. I'm going to give it a second to drop. Right. Yeah, picked up leaves just there. Try to get it to drop a little, get a bit of depth to it, because I think that's where the biggest issue is. A lot of leaf litter here. Yeah, I think the leaves again, I think. Yep. The lure's not really getting any depth, so I'm going to swap back to a 20 gram. Okay, so I've swapped to a 20 gram, it's a silver and white one. And the biggest difference is this one's only got a single hook on it. Single hook should hopefully mean that it doesn't catch the leaves as much, but I'm not sure how well it's going to do for hookups either. Caught the leaf just as it turned. Right. Fish on, fish off. No, no, I think it's the leaf on now. No, fish on. It's not a salmon, but it's a fish. It's a brown trout. You go, one brown trout, it's probably about half a pound. It's not the target species, but I've caught something today, that's good. Right, let's see if we can catch the target species this time. Uh-oh, no, oh, phew. Oh, got away with that, just got away with that. Right, go again. It's a bit better. Right, so I'm back to the black zebra. See if that gets any more joy, because I'm confident there are salmon holding in here. They're just not coming out to play with me. So again, it's a 20 gram that I'm using. I do have the 18 gram of this one, but 20 gram seems to be just that little bit better in terms of depth. It's got a treble hook on it though, so much more likely to catch leaves, I think, than the last one. But that cast didn't, so I'll take that. Okay, so let's try a bit of colour. And by that I mean a bright chuffing orange flying sea. Can't cast it quite as far, but I'm still getting in the what I would consider to be the zone in the area we're wanting. Oh, it's certainly bright enough. Right, same pool, different angle. Can actually get into the water and cast down into it. Properly started raining now, which won't impact the fish much, but it's not nice for me. You know what, I don't think bright orange is the colour I want to go for this. I'm going to switch back to, oh, that's Toby. Right, so, yeah, same pool, different angle. I've got 18 gram on this thing because this angle's a bit shallower actually. So, there I go, see how we get on. I have actually, I'm going to admit it, lost the white one, the white and silver one with the single hook, because this here idiot managed to get it caught up in the trees over there. So I've literally got 3 20 gram Tobies left and 2 flying seas. So I'm gonna have to try and not lose very many. Just met a couple of guys who were here fishing yesterday, and they said it was a lot different. You could see fish running everywhere. Today just looks totally different. The leaves are a big thing today. So just in case to see how we get on. They did recommend this bit, upstream fishing into here, so going to give it a go, work my way up. This is the bit where earlier on in the season I caught the 2.5 pound sea trout, so if I can avoid getting too many leaves, there's a chance of something at least, even if it's not the thing I'm after. I might actually go down a size on the lure itself, maybe shrink down to a 12 gram or something. So downsizing, because I don't actually need to cast this far. I'm not sure how much of a difference it's going to make it to the depth, but I've now got a 10 gram Toby on. We'll just see how it goes. I'm hoping having slightly smaller hooks will also give it a better chance of, you know, getting through without snagging leaves, but clearly not. it makes very little difference to the casting distance. That last little leaf picked up just as it was coming out of the water. Right, I think I'm going to work my way down this run and then have a few casts in the pool, then I'm probably going to call it a day. I spoke to a couple of guys who were fishing here yesterday and they said it's like night and day. Yesterday there were fish jumping, fish running all over the place. Today hardly any. And they reckon it's the leaves. There weren't as many leaves in the water yesterday, so I reckon that's the main factor. I can accept that it's just not been my day, and I'm alright with that. So what I'm going to do, because I don't think everybody wants to just watch me. Oh jeez, fish just jumped down there, and it must have been a double figure fish. It's on the route, we're going that way, so you never know, it might be running up this way, you might have a chance. Just have to wait and see. But anyway, my plan now is to, as I said, do what I'm currently doing and then head back to the car, because I think I've pretty much done in. I've been 4 hours now, so because I don't think everybody wants to sit and watch me catching nothing, I'm probably going to switch the camera off and just switch it back on even when I landed to hook into a fish. So probably not at all. So one just jumped literally up to me. Oh, that's a bit too far this way, but yeah. So there's fish there, they're just not interested in what I'm offering. I suspect because there's so much, frankly, in the water. When things are getting seen at them, they're not reacting to them because there's so much other stuff. Just have to wait and see. Right, switching off for now. Well, the fact that I'm back at the car and you haven't seen me catch any fish should tell you everything you need to know. I haven't caught any fish. I'm okay with that though. It's been a good 5 hours I've been out. Had that one small trout. Had one, I think, a pool early on, but otherwise not a thing. Obviously that's my very first attempt ever of salmon fishing. In terms of lures, I tried an orange fly sea, a red one, a black one. I tried a zebra Toby, a copper Toby, a silver Toby, and the silver and white Toby. With no success. I've spoken to a few people while I've been out today, and nobody else has had much joy either. Apparently yesterday was fishing quite well, but today's been fishing dreadfully. It's one of those things. If there is anything that people think I could have done better, I'm obviously open to suggestions. And in terms of whether I'm going to go salmon fishing again, yeah, I think I will actually. Despite the fact that I didn't catch anything, you've still got that anticipation of, that any second now something's going to happen. So that's still good. And obviously you're still out in the outdoors, got that connection to nature, and that's always good. So yes, I'll do it again. However, now that I've moved to Broughty Ferry, I potentially will look to rivers closer to home. The North and South Esks, for example, are both quite close. So I'm assuming they're going to allow spinning because, again, I don't have any salmon fly fishing gear at this stage. I want to try and get a salmon caught on the gear that I already have, where possible, before I start thinking about fly tying and tying salmon flies and getting salmon rods and reels and lines and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, let's try with what I've got first, and once I've caught something, then think about something from there. But yeah, it was a good session. Didn't get any fish, well, didn't get any salmon, but that's fine. It was still nice to be outdoors, and obviously it's the first time I fished on a river since start of September, I think it was, so definitely beneficial to get out. I've enjoyed it. So yeah, as always with all of these YouTubey things, if you like it, please do subscribe. As I've said many times, I do this more for me, but I do like having conversation and communication with everybody, so that's really good. Cool. Anyway, shall speak to you all later. Just bye.